Hi, Dana Phillips, family nurse practitioner with All Things Nurse, your place for real-life nurse advice. So go ahead and subscribe to my channel for content on that. So today's video, I'm going to talk about considerations to take when thinking about becoming a travel nurse. Now, being a travel nurse is a wonderful thing for those that are craving adventure. And you can visit a new city every 13 weeks, travel around the country in your car, and go by yourself or bring loved ones with you or a furry friend, whatever works best for your situation. But travel nursing is amazing. I did it back in 2017. I traveled to California and I drove cross country there and back, and it was really the experience, one of my experiences of a lifetime. And I'm so glad that I did it looking back. But travel nursing is wonderful for those that are craving the adventure, wanting to visit and stay in cities that they otherwise wouldn't completely relocate to. And that's the great thing about it, it's temporary. Usually a travel nursing contract runs about 13 weeks. You can do shorter ones, you can do longer ones, depending on the situation, but 13 weeks is usually the sweet spot there. And so aside from craving adventure, travel nursing also gives you the opportunity to meet a lot of new people and see a lot of different facilities in our country, and also just continue to hone your skills in your specialty, your area of nursing that you're working in. And not only that, but it teaches you to be super versatile and flexible, self-sufficient, and I think overall just increases your confidence as a nurse. I know personally for me, when I was travel nursing, I definitely felt an increase in my confidence level because I did need to just kind of take things on completely alone, essentially. You can get in contact with the resources that you have at your facility that you're doing your travel assignment. But at the same time, you do need to have a high level of self-sufficiency and mental stamina to, be able to emotionally handle having a travel assignment. So that's why it's good to have experience before becoming a travel nurse. I recommend having at least a year experience in your area of specialty before embarking on a travel assignment. And the reason for that is they don't train you at a travel assignment. They'll orient you for maybe one day, your first day. And, that's basically like, here's the med room and this is the Pyxis. Let's make sure you can sign in. Okay, here's our supply closet. Here's where the charge nurse sits. Like, that's your orientation. So you definitely want to have a good handle on your nursing technical skills before you take on a travel assignment. Some other perks of travel nursing is you could make really good money. And I can talk about the details of that topic in another video because it's kind of lengthy. But basically, you can make really good money. And my one tip is to pocket the housing stipend. You can have the company find you housing, or you can take the housing stipend. And a way to increase your check is to pocket the housing stipend and find your own housing. But anyway, more on that topic later. And so if you're considering travel nursing, you really want to look at, a couple of things. You want to assess what's going on in your life. Are you in a place in your life where you can leave? Like, do you have a mortgage or rent to pay? Like, do you have strings attached? Are you in a relationship? Do you have children? Personally for me, I had no strings attached whatsoever, so it was a little bit easier for me to go on a travel assignment. I didn't have to worry about paying a mortgage or who was going to take care of my children or whatever at the time. So definitely some things to consider. I suggest that travel nursing is one of the best things you can do when you're young, not married, and just are experiencing new things for the first time in your young adult years. So, but albeit you can travel nurse at any point in your life. I met nurses in their like 50s and 60s who were, empty nesters. Their children were grown and moved out of the house, and they took on travel assignments, traveling around the country with their spouse, like in an RV or whatever. So there's definitely a lot of different scenarios and situations where travel nursing fits in. Some other things to consider are like the cities that you desire. You want to do a little research. You want to see what the cost of living is in those cities. You want to check glassdoor.com to check the average salary for registered nurses in that area, so that when you do talk to an agency and sign a contract, you know you're getting the most bang for your buck possible if you have the background research done. Another thing too is you definitely want to research agencies. There's hundreds, maybe even thousands of travel agencies in the United States. Some are better than others. A lot of them are like sister companies kind of thing. So you definitely want to do your research and make sure it's a reputable company. I haven't heard too many issues about people getting like scammed or anything like that, but not all companies are created equal. And some other considerations to take are recruiters. So sometimes you can be with a company and have and the company's, fine and good, and you have like an amazing recruiter. And so it makes your experience that much better. Other times you have a recruiter that's just like not that good. So in the event that you feel like your recruiter is just not that good, you can always request a new recruiter within the same company and see if you jive better with them. It's kind of like, like finding a good therapist that you jive with. But the recruiter is definitely there for you to make sure that they're setting you up for success, because essentially your success is their success. I don't know how they get paid, but I'm sure it's on some sort of commission base or whatever. If I'm incorrect, just leave a comment in the video. But anyway, so you definitely want to jive with your recruiter. Your recruiter will be kind of like your tour guide for getting prepared for your assignment. And a lot of the preparation involves getting documents in order, like nursing licenses and health records and drug tests and all that kind of stuff. So it can be a little grueling, but your recruiter is there to keep you on track and make sure everything runs as smoothly as possible. If you live in a compact state, just look that up, compact RN license states. I think there might be like 30, I don't know if they've added any on, but I live in New Hampshire and we are a compact state. But if you live in a compact state, you can get a compact license, and basically that means your nursing license is transferable between all of those states. So that kind of makes the process of getting credentialed and everything for your travel assignment a little bit easier. Some states that are not compact states, you do need to get a nursing license specific to that state. But that's something that your recruiter will walk you through, given whatever situation arises. And so I think that's pretty much the main things to consider. First off, when thinking about becoming a travel nurse, another thing you want to think about is like the concept of like not living out of your car, but like, living out of your car. Like I traveled across country with I had a SUV at the time, and it was just like packed to the gills with all of my stuff, my clothes and whatever it is. I can't even remember what the heck I brought, but you want to think about that. You need to travel in a way where you're not going to have to like get a U-Haul and stuff. If you do, that's fine, whatever. I had to get a U-Haul when I moved back from California back home to New Hampshire because I had bought some furniture and stuff. So, and it was kind of a pain in the ass. But so just some things to think about. Traveling light is the way to go. And in that situation, you would definitely want to rent a furnished apartment and or have the agency set up your housing. And if they do set up your housing, it is always furnished and whatnot, so you don't have to worry about any of that. But anyway, I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments. I can maybe do another video talking about my full experience as a travel nurse working in California, if that's something that you guys would like to hear about. And I hope you have a great day. Go ahead and like and subscribe to my page, my channel, All Things Nurse. Thanks, guys.